On this episode of Beer Blues BS, it's the tale of two road trips. I've just returned from one. Kidder's on one. And we're going to tell you all about it because, boy, there's things happening with that. We're also going to be joined by Rudeboy Kyle because, hey, Kidder's in Des Moines. There's going to be drinks. There's going to be hockey. It's going to be a good time. And, hey, if you know, you know. You're in a good place. Welcome to the show.
It's Howard Blues and the Mark Kidder. Pour cold beverage, porpoises, enjoy time with friends.
Triple B! Well, the Triple B sucks. Okay? Oh, come on.
Whatever, man. This is Beer, Blues, and BS. Online at beerbluesbs.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Beer, Blues, and BS, the podcast that believes pre-gaming is not just an activity, it's a way of life. I'm your host, the living embodiment of Charlie Brown, Howard Blues, here, and I mean, like, literally just got here. I literally pulled into town, put the kids to bed, and raced downstairs. I'm that fresh off a road trip, and hey, with that, my, as I usually say, I'm not here, as always, with my co-host, because my co-host is not here in Bismarck. He's on his own road trip, and that's right. So, the man, the myth, the legend, the Mark Kidder is coming to us live from Iowa, which means that sitting next to him is none other than Rudeboy Kyle. Gentlemen, how you doing tonight?
Holy crap! Yep, we're doing great. Hey, boyo. There it is. Blowing up the podcast one road trip at a time. And in fact, this week we got 2 road trips in the same day.
Well,
in the same 2 days. 2 days.
Yeah. I beat you to Sioux Falls by a day, and then we came back tonight. But, gentlemen, we can talk more about that in a little bit. I'm thirsty. I know you're thirsty. So let's get to everybody's favorite segment. What's on tap? Gentlemen,
Woo!
what you having?
Oh, it's our turn. And you cracked it open before we could even get there. So
that was the intro song for the episode.
Yeah, it's spurting all over the place. He's got beer flying over here. He's got beer flying off the microphone. He's got beer flying off his glasses. He's got beer flying everywhere.
I just didn't want it to go flat while he was waiting on me. So, you know. Hey.
In fact, I see a spot on the ceiling up there. I don't know if it's from the beer or if it's from earlier today.
I hope not.
But we've been having ourselves a time. You gonna charge me to clean that?
No, I'm in charge of cleaning.
Oh, you're in charge of cleaning. Oh, right. Better tap it before we get
settle it down.
The extra little bit here. Thanks, Howard, for letting us take this one first because somebody's in a hurry here. So we got.
Just
thirsty,
enjoying a tasty beverage.
All right, so we got the classic amber premium beer. It's not even a premium ale, it's a premium beer. As you can see, we got 16 ounces full of this. This was established by BTB, the Barntown Brewing, in 2016. It is, yes, an Iowa favorite, as you can see by their classy label here, cut out with the state of Iowa. Let's see. Store cold, drink fresh. I just bought these yesterday, so they should be as fresh as the store shelf can give us. They are brewed and canned by Barntown Brewing. That's their fancy Danny logo there. What else do we have here? Vintage look, fresh taste. Again, 16 fluid ounces, a pounder, as it were. We got the government warning. We got the rebate and the, let's see. This one's from West Des Moines, Iowa. The west side. Throwing up the old west side. A brown label. And no ABV. So this one could be 1% to 100%. It's just premium.
No label on it.
I am not seeing an ABV on this. It's just an independent craft brewer and Brewers Association member, the cash refund, and the government warning. And stay fresh.
Huh.
Stay frosty. So that's, I think,
Interesting.
out of an alcoholic beverage, I think that's a new one for us. Local Gate could correct us that this is maybe the first that it's an alcoholic beverage that does not have an ABV.
Yeah, there might be one or two there where we just didn't find it, because sometimes they put those things in the most annoying of places. So
I'll look on the bottom. Look on before I open it.
The born on date.
Classic amber canned January 1st, 2024.
It's a New Year beer.
New Year beer. Look at that. In focus even. I think. Is that in focus? Are we in focus?
We'll find out. We should be.
Howard Blues.
sorry, Howard Blues maybe looked away from the screen to do some quick research. Gentlemen, it is 5.5% alcohol by volume.
Hey, thank you.
That's what I was going to say. It tastes about a 5.
Rolls right off the tongue. Jeepers.
Yeah.
Spitting
It
all
got you
over.
too.
Holy crap. Good thing I covered it. Would have been all over the computer, and the show would have been over before it started.
Guys, do you need a poncho?
No, it was not a spewing beer. Just a little squirt.
I've gotten more use out of that $1 poncho in that joke than it probably deserve.
$1, Bob. What are your thoughts on this before I really dive in here and give it a go?
I would call it well-rounded. Definitely has the sweeter, well, not sweeter, we'll say semi-sweet amber taste and aftertaste. Yeah, goes down easy.
It's got that amber ale taste.
It does. I like it.
So the nice, I just took a sip while you were describing it, and I think it's a pretty good flavor.
Not too strong, not too weak. Well balanced.
I'm glad you have a good descriptor on that, because I'm a full highball glass in on whiskey. So I can't really tell you if it's a strong punch right off the bat or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got the good amber. If you like an amber ale, this would be a classic amber premium beer, just as advertised. And drink local, drink often.
Yeah, I'd say it's true to its label. It's a classic taste. It's no frills, but when you ask for an amber ale, it goes as advertised. So
I love that it doesn't punch in the face either with extra beerness.
Yeah.
I give this one a solid 4.38165.
Give it a 4.2.
Solid.
Good ratings. Good ratings over there.
Okay, what do you got? Howard Blues back on the road trip. He's back in the cave. That means that he can get lit.
Well, I think I can at least drink again, which I feel bad because I know you guys would be pre-gaming. I feel like I'm behind, so let me catch up a little bit. And hey, if you know, you know.
There you go. Well done.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Did you at least clean that out from last weekend?
That's debatable, but hey, it's alcohol. So anyway, a little bit of
how many flavors?
Right now, just kind of the one, which I'm okay with.
Okay. Again, if you know, you know.
If you
go back to a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
If you know, you know. A little bit of housekeeping, just Kidder, while that goes down. For anybody who knows, I'm not lucky enough to have a beer fridge right by my podcast set up like Kidder does. So that means I usually bring 2 beers down.
What about right here? Huh?
I'm not picking on Kyle. He's usually a guest, so you don't pick on the guests. I like them to come back. So usually what I do is I bring 2 beers down and I use a little can koozie to keep the one cold while I drink. And I've had this one from the Wallace Brewing. Somebody gave it to me. I don't remember who, but I finally. Got a better one.
It's from the something or other brewing that somebody gave.
It got tossed.
It did. Because gentlemen, you know me, painting is my hobby, and I recently got a new can koozie from the Minotaur Hobbies. Ooh. It says, "Drink your paint water." So that will be
for a lawsuit. So I think you need to get an attorney and sue them, so then we can pay off this show for the next 20 years.
Kidder, once you find out what's in my what my second drink is, you'll think it's fitting. But to start off,
better than paint.
Probably an IPA.
Yeah, we'll find out. But my first drink, Kidder, you had this on the show a couple weeks ago. It is the most annoying can ever. But this is the Mas Lima Cerveza from the Oskar Blues Brewing Company. And it is a terrible can to try and read.
Take your glasses off. Maybe it'll blur the letters together.
It is 5% alcohol by volume. Lager with lime and salt.
If you actually look over here at old Kyle.
I caught it out of the corner of my eye.
Didn't know if the camera caught it, but I sure did. So
yeah, the bigger question on all of this, Kidder, is how's this drink going to mesh with that one I just took not that long ago?
Good luck.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, that's kind of what I would have expected for a lager with lime and salt and chasing what I took a shot of. Yeah.
Your taste buds have been assaulted and squeezed over with a lime.
You scream Arriba.
Arriba.
It's not bad. Nothing spectacular, but it's not bad. I'll rate this a 3. Solid 3.
Good for a hot summer day.
Yes, I would. Yeah. I'd drink a few. I mean, I don't remember exactly what I said, and I think that's about to be updated on the list. But I think I had the same sort of reaction.
If I recall, and my memory isn't always what it used to be. I believe you said that it would be great on a 90-degree day on a deck in Des Moines.
Yeah, we're
having like 6 or 7 of them.
We're missing a few degrees, so
and 6 or 7 of those.
6 or 7. Yeah. No, it's good. It's not bad. I've had some of these where it's like it's either like too salty or yeah, it's a nice.
Not too much lime.
Not too much lime. Not too much salt. It's good. I like a lot of the stuff out of the Oskar Blues Brewing Company, truthfully. I don't know that I've had one that I've been like, ugh. Kidder can't say the same, but I also made Kidder drink an IPA.
Yes. You sadistic son of a bitch.
Yep, that's me. Gotta keep it interesting.
Yeah, interesting is a good word for it.
Yeah,
Masochist.
Well, I can't always be the one that suffers with the weird beers on this show. Gotta, share the misery together.
Fair enough. I mean, you could, but then that takes half the fun out of it.
So, road trips.
Yeah.
Since we had a pair of them this week, mine was pretty short and simple. We decided on Tuesday night after my son's birthday dinner that you know what, let's pull the trigger. Let's go somewhere. We decided to go to Sioux Falls. We figured that would be pushing the limit of how long the kids could stand being in the car. It's about 6 hours from Bismarck. And And there were things that were at least open because we looked at Rapid City and all the things we wanted to take the kids to was like, nope, we're closed for the season. Sioux Falls had stuff that was open. So we went down Wednesday. The kids got to go on their first water slides ever, which was fun. They had a blast with that. In fact, they went swimming every day we were there because why not? But we took in the Dakota Zoo. We went to the Kirby Science Center, which I will say, and this might seem sacrilege, better science center than Gateway to Science, at least for my kids' age group. It was, we had a blast. And I will say, though, our membership to Gateway to Science got us in for free at the Kirby. So we paid like $3 for parking for like 2.5 hours of entertainment.
There you go.
That's value right there.
And we could have stayed longer, but there was like an after school group that showed up and they just kind of were running and screaming through everything. We're just like, good time to exit. Good time. But we had a blast with that. And then today we took them to the Butterfly House and Aquarium down in Sioux Falls. So we did that. So, and then came back. So it's been a good trip, short trip. But we got some more things we got to do this weekend and planned this weekend. So it'll be good. So,
did you go to Outback?
No.
Rookie.
No, I have people in my party who have dietary restrictions, and so finding places to eat that are good about the whole gluten-free and all of that is a real challenge.
Hey, there's no gluten in steak.
Yeah, but the other
meat,
it's just those tempting pieces of bread and all the extra goodies.
Delicious bread delivered to your table. The bloomin' onion, pedaling all over the place, pedaling into your mouth with the sauce.
And when your wife is also allergic to corn, so it's corn and gluten, most beef gets corn-fed to fatten up before slaughter, so it gets tough. But, we found places to try since we were down there. We tried a place called Slim Chickens.
Yep. They have one in Minot, I think.
Wasn't bad. It was pretty good. Fried chicken and blues.
Because they're slim chickens. They're on a diet. Thanks. Be here all night. Appreciate it. Was it good?
It was good. It was fast. Like, we made our order, we paid, we went to find a table, and as like we're sitting down, like we're sitting the little table thing on the table so they know which table to come to. We're getting the kids on the table. Like, here they are with our food. Like,
that's like, good.
Suspiciously fast.
Well, I'm glad you point that out because my wife actually had to send her order back because she's like, well, I asked for grilled chicken, not the fried chicken because she can't do the breading. Oh, sorry. And they took that back, came back, like, and they had removed the bread that they had put in there. Like, oh, yeah, because you said you were gluten-free. She's like, yeah, which is also why I got to have grilled chicken. Oh, sorry. Third time was the charm when they brought.
Scrape that off for you. We'll scrape off the breading for you.
It's a piece of chicken under the bread.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's magic.
Now it looks like it's boiled.
Yeah. So she, like that, she wasn't real impressed with, but the food was good.
Chickens on the slim chickens.
Yeah. Yep. So that wasn't bad. Otherwise, we tended to eat at the places we normally tend to go to. We went to Red Robin because they do a pretty good job with their gluten-free stuff. So did that. We went to Sickies today because they do pretty well with, again, the gluten-free stuff. Chick-fil-A tonight. So just, yeah.
And on a side promo, look for my review video from September when I talk about going to Red Robin for the first time down in Phoenix.
Yeah. And yeah. Hey, Kidder, here's a fun one for you.
Hot take?
No, not a hot take. Although I got a very good don't do that one.
Yes.
But I figured you'd appreciate
our
this.
favorite segment on the show. Don't do that.
Yeah, coming up shortly. But I want you to take a guess. How many state troopers did Howard see driving home tonight? And how many of them had somebody pulled over?
Well, I saw 7 in South Dakota alone yesterday, and one of them had somebody pull over. So that was for me. For you tonight, I'm going to go with 9 and 4.
One of those numbers is correct. I saw 5, Kidder. 4 of them had people pulled over. So,
Nice.
and here's where it gets into that. Don't do that.
Don't do this.
The first one we saw, we're leaving Sioux Falls. We're like maybe 5 miles north of Sioux Falls, and everybody starts moving over. And finally, a semi moved over, and I saw that the highway troopers. So I started to move over too. But then the people slowed down, and it's interstate in South Dakota. It's 80 miles per hour. They slowed down to 60 miles per hour as they went past the trooper. Like they were all scared that he was going to pull them over. I'm just like, you guys are
Always
nuts.
on the stop with the car that's been detained.
Maybe they just know the state's pull over law, and that is to slow down even if you were able to pull into the opposite lane.
Yeah,
I like to drive in the opposite lane.
I mean, not on the other side of the highway.
Oh, okay.
It's just the opposite lane of where they are. That's a different rule, right? And you probably will
got
see
other issues.
You'll see a couple of troopers coming up behind you if you're on the other side of the road.
yeah.
Howard's probably flirting that. He's driving up the median.
Anyway, not to derail.
The jump
but,
shark.
Yeah, but my thing is always there are people who they will slow down. I get slowing down a little bit when you do that, but dropping 20 miles, per hour when there's already a line of traffic, it's guys, let's just maybe keep the flow going just a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever been hit by a vehicle at 60?
60, no.
Okay.
No.
40, right?
40 to 50.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but not, yeah. Yeah. So that was that.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing I wanted to just rant a little bit. The hotel
Howard's rant. Here we go.
He's got the red light.
Here we go.
Background for the rant.
Yeah.
So angry.
The hotel we stayed at, there were a lot of nice things about it. There were a lot of things we liked. We were at the Ramada by Wyndham by the airport because it had a water park inside. So it had a lot of water slides and such, which that was part of us going down was hey, let's let the kids try a water slide for the first time. So going for that experience. Here's my thing. We booked, and after I booked the place, and when I looked at it, it's it comes with breakfast. That's always good to know, especially when you have kids. Well, I got an email from them that, that was shortly, I was hey, after we booked, it was hey, just wanted to let you know that the restaurant next door is closed. So if that makes you want to cancel your reservation, that's fine. I'm well, I don't care if the restaurant's closed because we're probably not going to eat there because of, again, my wife's food allergies and all of that. They were talking about the restaurant that was in the hotel, and so therefore there was no breakfast.
Oh.
So, for us, we were pretty annoyed by
a hotel breakfast a restaurant.
Unless at served at the restaurant in the hotel, which apparently this is. But when you say free breakfast, that's a different connotation. Anyway,
blurring the lines, I guess.
Yeah, listen, I I was not the only person who missed or didn't get this from that email. Like, hey, there won't be breakfast, because there was some lady pissed off at like 7 this morning. Like, there's no breakfast. Like, I heard her as she slammed the door next door.
I promise it wasn't us. We weren't there.
Yeah. So like, if you're going to put out that email, you might want to be very clear what that means. Because when you just say the restaurant next door, and that's how it was phrased, the restaurant next door. So you're thinking like, oh,
Can we see a screenshot of that email just for confirmation?
Show some receipts.
Yes. Just need that full list on the...
fine.
Because when I think restaurant next door, it's like not even attached to the restaurant.
Yeah, like the Holiday up the street that has coffee related to coffee and a Holiday. Not the Outback underneath. Hey, that's really good.
It's going to be blurry, but here's what it says. Please be informed that the restaurant next door will be closed for renovation. New establishment coming to the Sioux Falls Ramada Water Park, Boston's Pizza Restaurant and Sports Bar.
Woo! Is it the Boston's Pizza?
Boston's Pizza Restaurant Sports Bar. And I love this. It's the anticipate opening will be spring/summer 2024.
At least they give you a 6-month window.
Yeah.
Not the anticipated. It's the
anticipate. Yeah. We apologize for any inconvenience in advance, and we appreciate your kind understanding. If you have reservation during the closure and wish to cancel your reservation due to this matter, please contact your booking agency directly and refer to your cancellation policy for any fees to be applied. So yeah,
you have cancel and you want cancel.
I have
to cancel.
Yeah, but to the restaurant next door. So it's like, that is a terrible email because it doesn't, again, you're thinking it's the restaurant next door. It doesn't give you what the implications are. Needless to say, I don't feel bad about feeding my kids Pop-Tarts in bed this morning that their, house staff is not going to have to clean crumbs out of. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Good deal.
Yeah, So that's kind of my road trip in a nutshell. Kidder, how's your trip going?
Well, my personal road trip has been fantastic. Made it to Fargo. Went to Happy Harry's. Got to see their brief selection, although they did not have what I wanted. And I felt like you at a Best Buy. Because I'm there and I'm looking. Hey, need any help over here? I'm good. Oh, yeah. Well, we're out of the Blackberry Crown Royal.
Okay, then.
All right. Oh, yeah, it was released today and everybody's coming in looking for it. It's 10:30 in the morning. How is everybody coming in here looking at this?
Those third shifters. Okay.
Like, I'm good. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for something else. Oh, yeah, well, we got other options. I know. I'm familiar with Happy Harry's. I'm good. Well, we could order something in for you. No. In the meantime, the missus is over picking up the jerky in the store. And she starts, sure. Yeah. We got one of the 4 sticks remaining, so stand by for this show and tell. But I see her start moving to the door, and I'm like, have a good one. I'm out of here. Straight for the door. It was in there somewhere. Here it is.
I will say, Kidder, you had more restraint than I would have, because when he would have done that, we're out of the Blackberry Crown Royal, it would have been, well, just,
God bless it. I didn't know. This is what I wanted the whole time. I can't believe. No. And this is the longest look that I've actually had at this. So thanks for grabbing that.
Well, I figured if we're going to
we got to talk about it.
We got to break out the weapon of choice.
Yep. Look at this. Lots of meat. We got a foot and then some of meat, albeit thin. Looking at the label, it's the Tillamook Company.
Almost.
Oh,
get that
Country
jerk Matterall so it can focus.
it's seriously, like, come on now. The spicy jalapeno. Maybe if I actually turn it there so you can read the spicy jalapeno. And yeah, right. A smoked sausage, 13 grams of protein. What does that say? Tiny. Made with beef and pork and colored casing. Okay. These 0 artificial ingredients, no nutrients or whatever.
Nitrates.
Yeah. I mean, there's no nutrients here. More small text, except those naturally occurring in cultured celery powder and sea salt.
Right.
Whoa, back to train up. Celery salt, powder, and sea salt. Okay. Real hardwood smoke, none of that softwood, no flaccid anything. It's got the real hardwood here. Made in the USA. There's a USDA seal there, and as you can see, it's 1.44 ounces. This is the one I did not eat. By the way, it's good through May 7th of 2024, so we're good. We're within the
Got some time.
the date. As you can see, stick here. Mrs. ate 3 of those between Happy Harry's and one Hutch Johnson's house. Of course, our good friend of the show, Hutch Johnson, meteorologist. Watch him at Hutch's Weather and hutchesweather.com. But Mrs. was hungry, and she decided to, holy
Steady.
easy.
That wasn't me.
I didn't even. Oh, that's right, because this thing's got a lazy gravity well on it, so it likes to move a little bit. move it. Anyway, she ate 3 of these in about 4 minutes.
Wow.
By the time we got over there, she was not feeling the greatest,
Paying the price.
and ended up giving it the business. And then we hung out with Hutch for a good hour. Got to meet up with him, see what's going on with Hutch's Weather, and we had some fun. So then we hit the road. Made it to Sioux Falls, same place where you were, the same time I was. Did not get to see each other, although then you made the comments on Facebook that you were waving as we were waving. And see you later. Bye-bye. Went to Outback.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Australia's finest.
It was so good. The Outback up in the south side of South Dakota. It's so good. It was good. I hope they don't close that one or any of the other ones. Apparently 40 Outbacks are going to be closing soon.
Yeah, at least I knew I was trolling you just a wee bit when I made my post, but then I saw Jerome's post. I'm like, now he's just being downright mean, Yeah.
Well, thankfully it was open in full operation, and I do have to say, we got there about 3:30 just for travel time, and obviously running late on lunch, so perfect time to go because we were hungry. They opened at 3, and we were not the first people in the restaurant. Hey, got some steak?
The ultra early birds.
Yes. So thankfully, wide open for the people of Sioux Falls to come traveling in. Do want to throw out the local geek mentioning that there was a Brazilian steakhouse nearby. I get it. Paying the $25 for all you can eat meat. and then having the meat sweats for the extra 4 hours that it is from Sioux Falls to Des Moines. But as I pointed out to the local geek, you don't want to bend over and pick up pennies when you're looking for hundreds. You know what I'm saying? So Outback was phenomenal. Started out with the old petals, the bloomin' petals, because it's like the small portion of the whole bloomin' onion. You don't need a whole freaking bloomin' onion for two people. That's outrageous. The salad with the tangy tomato. And then, of course, the tasty sirloin and their 27 spices they put on there. Their blend seared up to perfection. Bam! The whole thing tasty all the way through. Medium rare, exactly how I ordered it. Mm-hmm. No steak sauce needed because it's tender, it's juicy, it's absolutely bursting with Outback flavor. The shrimp were good too.
Nice.
The bread, the butter, your buns.
Pumpernickel.
So good.
As is tradition.
And then Mrs. had a sirloin too. She could only eat a little bit of it. So I'm like, don't mind if I do. So I had another 5-6 ounces of steak on top of that.
Well, at that point, she was on the mend from
maybe
said beefs.
Maybe a little meat trauma there. But yes. So I don't recommend having these in a road trip. If you're going to get some jerky, get some real-time jerky, some smoked meat.
Are you going to give it a taste for the show?
No.
Give it a rating?
No, I'll probably have to streak home on Sunday.
Put that in the extra segment.
And by a streak, I mean I'd probably be wiping my butt the entire way back home.
I got the power washer.
Yeah. So I don't want to sit on that for 10 hours.
That's respectable choice.
You know, maybe after I get home next weekend, maybe for this show then, because then I don't have to necessarily go anywhere. But I don't want to do that to your toilet either.
We cleaned it before you showed up.
It's seen worse. Okay. Well, either way, maybe. Or I'll leave that for you for next week. then you could try it.
Just cut it in half.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Maybe it'll dry up the nastiness, all the grease by the time I
put
get
it
home.
back on the smoker.
Yeah, he's got a smoker out here. Maybe that's what we should do. Smoke it and get rid of all the extra grease in there.
Yeah, take out some moisture.
Ooh. That was quite the penalty shot. Jeez, Zuccarello missing it. So full disclosure, right over here we have the old Colorado Avalanche game versus the Minnesota Mild. So we are watching that. It is 1-1 at the moment. Where'd that come from? Both of them had a stick. Like shot out of nowhere.
It makes me wonder if they called the penalty shot because he shot the broken stick into his path.
Sure. Really makes
Awesome
me wonder
save,
if I ever gave up about you. Way to go, Georgiev. All right. Georgie. I'm almost out of this one. What do you got up next here?
Round two?
I'm close. So while they're introducing their drinks, because, ladies and gentlemen, we are to everybody's second favorite segment of the night, and that is What's on Tap? Round two. Drink.
I think I'll try.
One of these days, I'm actually just going to record that. So, like, you know, when we get to that level, Kidder, we can have a sound button. We can just push that and it just plays it. You don't have to rely on me.
Black light.
This is.
Well, is that one of those NAs or you got?
No, this is not the NA, but it came. Well, this is from War Pigs Brewing.
Banana.
Brewed and canned by War Pigs USA Brewing from Munster, Indiana. believe it's a collaboration with Three Floyds Brewing from the.
I'm laughing, Kidder, because I was looking for that same sound effect in my mind, and I wasn't getting it. Like you beat me to it. That's why I laughed. This
one is called Blinding Light Show.
That is a lot of words on that can.
Yeah, it's called Luminiferous India Pale Ale. Ale brewed with orange and lemon peels. And reading the description, from out of the darkness comes the light. Blinding Light Show IPA wields bold citrus and tropical flavors of illuminating refreshment. All that was hidden shall be revealed.
There's the war pig himself right there.
There he is. 7.5% alcohol
Woo!
volume.
That's a stiff one.
Some very detailed artwork included.
Bam, 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 bam. Bum, bum.
Send a few detailed photos to Howie.
I'm saying we don't have the multi-view tonight because he had the pig floating through on his chariot.
Well, say something about your war pig there, Howie.
I mean, listen, it's the pig-a-pult that I was painting last week.
That is awesome.
So, yes, for those who are listening on audio, it is literally a really fat pig on a catapult.
The pig-a-pult.
That is one piece of pulled pork about to...
From War Pigs Brewing. Looks like a skull inside of a spaceman helmet. So.
Bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
With the ooh.
Yeah. That is I like that. It does not have the typical IPA overly hopped punch. So dare I say it, I think you might enjoy a sip of it. The smell.
Nope.
Yep. Oh. Yep, there we go.
Nope.
I mean, he smelled it, but I mean, I didn't smell it. Sometimes you just got to dive right in. But yeah, it definitely tastes better than it smells. I'll give you that.
If you had a pine tree, I'd say we could go out and cut off a little snippet and then just...
the smell does not feature the orange or the lemon peel at all. You taste it. You don't smell it. But yeah, I'd say that is a good spring IPA.
Suddenly the pine's going to spring it on you.
There's no pine in there.
No? There's no Christmas tree? How do you have an IPA with no Christmas tree?
Orange and lemon. You taste it.
Broke Howard.
I'm enjoying the conversation, man.
Happy to be here.
I mean, you will not like the hoppy aftertaste, but the orange and the lemon is the first feature of it.
Oh, so it's like a tease. And like, oh, maybe this isn't so bad. And then, bam, right in your face with the nastiness.
IPA opinions are noted.
Oh, okay.
And disregarded.
Oh, thanks.
So
okay, we got the garbage right behind you. Just toss those some in the garbage.
But yeah, this is refreshing for an IPA.
Hmm.
I'll call it that. So,
Okay.
on a score of 5, I would call it 3.9.
Nice. Kidder, you have it around 2?
I am, but in front of me, I still have this one.
What do you want me to grab?
I have some.
Down yonder.
I have some Des Moines Public Works water.
newly featured.
So,
Ooh, 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 ooh.
whoop, whoop! There it is. Yeah, Avalanche goal. 2 minutes 20 seconds left in the third period. Avalanche picking up the goal. Yeah, Devon Taves picking up the goal. The other Taves in the National Hockey League. Look at that
Nice.
shot.
Good tip.
Redirect right there.
Well, Kidder, as you're finishing that, I will have a question about hockey in a bit, but I do have a second beverage. However, I feel like I need a palate cleanser. So here's a shot of whiskey.
Cheers.
He's making up for lost time or what? Holy crap.
Also, not really whiskey, but again, if you know, you know.
I was gonna say that looked awfully clear for a whiskey, but
He's lying. He's probably got water in it now.
Oh, no. Nope.
ooh, are they challenging for the offsides? Maybe. Ooh,
No. If you've been watching our wrestling reviews, you know what I just took a shot of. So, anyway, in the old drink your paint water koozie, I have been saving this also from the Oskar Blues Brewery. It is their Hazy Blues Juicy IPA. So, in India.
oh no!
Oh, no goal. Come on.
Oh,
You
that
suck.
That
You
looked like it
suck.
was on sides the whole time
Boo.
because the puck is across and the skate's still touching the line there.
Boo.
Oh, it's the far guy over there. That's who's offside. That's who it was. Yep, that's offside.
Boo. Boo. Boo Radley.
You're just gonna have to not cheat, okay?
What? Come on.
So it's it's an India Pale Ale, 7% alcohol by volume, brewed and canned by the Oskar Blues Brewery, Longmont, Colorado. And that's it. I can't tell you anything else about it. So might as well open it up.
Which one you're having? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Go out to the cooler, down to the old Red Bull fridge.
Out of the cooler. What do we have in the cooler?
The fresh scent of pine trees, what we got in the cooler.
Yeah, I could have the old root beer from, but I had this one. Early last night. Locally brewed. I know it's an unofficial what's on tap, but this was a tasty, non-alcoholic local brew from, again, the old same company here, the Barn Town Brewing in West Des Moines. Tasty, non-alcohol beverage.
Kyle, I think you would like this one based on the beer you're currently drinking because it's got that same. You taste the fruity juiciness of it first, and then you have the hoppy aftertaste. Like the hops come second.
Yeah.
But yeah, very, very nice.
Yeah, I mean, now that I've let my last sip meld on the tongue a little bit,
Ferment.
There's no sharpness to it. I'd say it's a fruity blend, and the hops are very subtle in this brew. Even though the can looks like you're about to drink some kind of death and the blinding light show. I mean,
Can't even see it.
When they call it luminiferous, I mean, they had to think of something to describe that, and I'd say I wouldn't go that far, but I'd call it maybe enlightening a little bit. Not so much light, but
Sure.
Yeah.
I'd probably rate this about a 3.8.
Excellent.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a bit above
Well,
average.
man.
Above average. Yeah. Kidder, you were about to say something to Kyle.
I was going to ask if we had something out in the cooler that would be good.
We'll take a look.
We, in the infinite wisdom, have a couple coolers outside. Even though it's cool enough outside, warmer here than up in the Northland. I'm sure you experienced that as well. But even though it's cooler, we want to make sure that the drinks are cool. What do we got?
Cool.
We could do one of those unless you want to save it for next week. I have surprises for you and JS. Did we get those all as a 4-pack? I must have picked all those up as a 4-pack. I did. I'm torn because I want to save the 4-packs because I got those. So he gets one. So you get one. And JS or Local Geek get one. So then we can taste them up. Okay. He's raiding all the fridges. We got a fridge there. We got a fridge there. We got a cooler there and a cooler there. We're checking things. We got so much stuff going on here. It's unbelievable.
Well, Kidder, while he's checking that out, let's interject because I have a question. I was on Facebook a little bit, and it seems like our Colorado Avalanches are making a ton of trades. I'm seeing a trade here, a trade there. I don't know even who's left on the team at this point. How are you feeling about this? I don't know how to feel myself.
So, he asked me. He asked me a question. He's like, So yes, Avs have made a lot of moves here at the end of the trade season because trade deadline's coming up. Lots of trades. Some of them, I shouldn't say some, but like 3 maybe, have been traded to the Avs and then to another team. Traded. You're gone straight away. In fact, a couple of the trades, one of them, Wilson, coming to the team, plays his first game, he gets injured. Like, what? I think he might be back on the ice tonight. Also, a big scare Tuesday, Zach Parise got smoked in the knee, went off back into the trainer's area. Thankfully, TV timeout, came back to the bench, skated around, played the rest of the game, but he is a day-to-day classified injury, taking that shot to the knee. Very scary because it's his last season. I want him to do great. I always want him to do great, even when he played for the Minnesota Wild. Minnesota.
Listen. We can both admit we never cheered the Minnesota Wild.
Yes.
We only ever cheered Zach Parise.
Correct. 100%. I even have a Parise Sioux shirt, and even though it has the number 11 on it, which he had with the Minnesota Wild, but he's playing as number 9 now, patient number 9. Ozzy Osbourne reference again from Your Drink. It's his latest album, but number 9 with the Avalanche.
I might do you one better, Kidder. I do have a Fighting Sioux Parise jersey, and I mean Fighting Sioux.
As he smugly sips his IPA.
Yeah. Look at me, my hoity-toity Christmas tree drink. I got
Listen, Zach Parise is the reason I like hockey. Because the first Fighting Sioux hockey game I ever saw was Fighting Sioux versus Boston College. And I will remember this always. Zach Parise gets a rare penalty because he didn't take a lot of penalties. He's in the box. And Boston College gets on a breakaway right at the end of his penalty. And as he's going by the box, Parisi's penalty comes up. He steps on the ice, throws his arm out, clotheslines the breakaway player, steps back into the box because he knows it's a penalty, sits back down. And it's just like, I think I enjoy this sport of hockey. So
The midnight.
that is my
I'll sip of that and feature that.
Zach Parisi
Yeah.
story.
Avs are going on the power play right now in overtime. Kirill Kaprizov with the hook.
Ooh, not the Wild's goal, boy.
Yep. One of them. Oh, it looks like we got a timeout. Minnesota Wild. Thanks, Howard the ref. You missed it there, goalie. Had Howard the ref given the official Triple B timeout. That was good.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. He's fixing up a cocktail here for me. Of course, lazy goalie with the tastiness. Tasty.
Gonna have to change his title to, official bartender of the Triple B at this point. But that might mean
I'd like that, but we can't afford to pay him that rate. So.
Well, listen, I don't know if you noticed this, Kidder, but over the last
That's what she said.
yeah,
Hey,
over
hey,
like the
boy.
I better get the bottle so we can talk about it.
anyway.
You got something to say. You got something to say.
I was just gonna say, over the last maybe 6 months, if you've been watching us on YouTube, you might have noticed that we've slowly been getting customized lower thirds for everybody as it's popped up. Kidder didn't even notice this, but yeah. So every time we have a guest on, they've had a special lower third that's just slightly different. So
I mean, it's always personalized because we're personable people. We're approachable, watchable, subscribable. By the way, smash that sub button.
yeah. So when Rudeboy Kyle's on, his lower third has a goalie mask. That's part of the lower third. There's others.
Never featured as your mask.
I can go red.
It's because we like seeing your face. That's why. The moneymaker.
So what are you guys? What are you guys drinking? What's in the cocktail? Well, let's
I start talking about his moneymaker, and then you're like, whoa! We need alcohol. What are you drinking?
Well, no, I don't want to lose the thread here. We're still on what's on tap round 2 somehow, some way.
It's true. You have a good point. Pendleton whiskey, midnight, because we are approaching the midnight hour, and in the midnight hour, she cried more. As you know, and this is the old 90 proof, is that what it says? Yes. And the brandy barrel finished American, approved by RR Dodge, blended Canadian whiskey, bottled by Hood River. It's 45% alcohol by volume, 90 proof, and a 750 milliliter. Full-bodied flavor, uncommonly smooth finish. And as you are taking a look at the front of this, the story says, Letter Bucket. Our midnight edition is dedicated to the Bronco that couldn't be bested. Oh, there it is. Yeah! For the Chuskin. Woo! With the goal. His first game back, returning there from the old Players Assistance Program. So welcome back. Choo-choo. Love it. All right. And it's number 13. You notice that? Number 13. It's a good number. All right. So let's see. Letter Buck. Dedicated to the Bronco that couldn't be busted. Though the best tried, this bucking horse never met a cowboy he couldn't toss. A true inspiration for this premium blend whiskey finished in American brandy barrels. Revel in the deep, rich flavor of this high-proof tribute to the coal-colored bronc that will forever stand for the wild spirit of the American West. Midnight's complex flavor profile features notes of warm cinnamon and nutmeg and a trace of ginger. Everybody loves a ginger for a full-bodied flavor. Bottled by Hood River Distillers, Hood River, Oregon, product of Canada. Registered trademark of Pendleton Woolen Mills. The bucking horse logo and letter buck are registered trademarks of the Pendleton Roundup Association. 5 cents in Iowa. Look at that. You get 5 cents for this whole bottle.
I'll take it. Well, yeah.
Cheers again, Rude Boy.
Cheers. Cheers, Howie.
Cheers.
Especially to a 2-1 Avs victory over the Minnesota Mile.
And then I can't think of a better way to celebrate except with everybody's favorite new segment.
Howard takes a shot.
No, Dad jokes of the week.
Oh,
There
God.
we go.
Here are your 4 dad jokes of the week. For those who don't know, somebody gifted me this book, and I'm making everybody suffer with me. Yeah. Why was 6 afraid of 7?
Something 8, 9.
No, because 7 was a registered 6 offender.
That got dark. Holy crap. Somebody went to jail.
Man,
Good
Yeah.
God, man.
felonies involved.
Why didn't the toilet paper make it across the road? He met with too many cracks on the way.
Speaking of crack, it looks like that's number 5 for Arizona over Detroit tonight.
That's right. Howard's telling dad jokes. Kidder's repeating hockey scores. We see what Kidder's interest in this segment is. Anyway,
Absolutely nothing. Although last week I told a couple good ones as a rebuttal, helping you out.
yeah. Why can't you hear a pterodactyl go to the bathroom? Because the P is silent. Yeah, spelling joke.
I like that one.
I mean, that's funny, but what about number 2?
I
Yeah.
was thinking of something like screeching or
What about
like
number
dinosaur
2?
noises, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
And our last dad joke of the evening.
It's a real
My father has the heart of a lion and a lifetime ban from the National Zoo.
bit morbid.
Hey, Brick, where'd you get a trident? I don't know. Okay.
Killed the guy.
Killed a guy.
There's your dad jokes of the week.
So, what's your 2 cents on the midnight Pendleton?
So, I do have to say, I like the spicy notes of it, the peppery notes, a little bit of the rye overtone, the Canadian whiskey. For some reason, I like the Canuck whiskey there with the rye and the pepperiness. I like this better than the standard Pendleton.
Sure.
Oh, man, you're going to look at the Anaheim sucks.
No.
Oh.
Keep
I'm sorry, you pulled up something else, and I got to look over here. Second period.
You want to watch some other crappy East Coast?
5-1
Yeah.
Dallas Stars.
I was
after
watching
2.
for the Stars. Would you rather watch the Jets and the Kraken?
Well, I mean, there at least we have a Fighting Sioux reference.
True.
With, of course, Dave Hackstall, the head coach of the Seattle Kraken. Unleash the Kraken.
So
It looks like the same broad. Oh, yeah. Well, there we go. Look at this man. He's multitasking, multi-streaming. We're going to be able to watch
but yeah,
things happening. 0-0, 5-1.
you like the brandy barrel finish, where I've been apprehensive for brandy barrel finished whiskeys in the past because They've either come off way too strong or they're way overpriced.
Mm-hmm. And for me, I'm not huge on the brandy because it's a little bit on the cherry spectrum. And you know how I feel about cherry.
It's sides with your opinion on IPAs, so
Pretty much.
yeah.
Pretty much.
I hate it.
The rule of alcohol. Get rid of it. I do prefer
Maybe
this
it's the
over
cinnamon,
the standard.
the cinnamon and the nutmeg. See, I would say that this is best as it is from the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of ice, chill it up. Whereas the original Pendleton is also excellent as it is out of the bottle, but also you can make an awesome mixed drink out of it, i.e.
An old-fashioned.
old-fashioned. You could do Pendleton and Coke.
Oh, pea and Coke.
I've tried it with Dr. Pepper before, and
Pendleton pepper.
it's got that little sharp note to it, and then you got Dr. Pepper on top.
25 flavors.
So yeah, I mean, it's I'd say these two bottles between the Midnight Pendleton and the Garden Variety Mainstream Pendleton, they've got a couple of good ones there.
Mm-hmm. Also picked up a bottle of Sazerac Rye, which is the brand. Very good for Sazeracs. Of course, Howard, you know what a Sazerac is, right? The drink?
No. Listen, the best I can really contribute to this whole
wine.
Listen, the best I could contribute to this conversation is you guys are talking about brandy and the flavors and all that is say that brandy is a fine girl. The good wife.
Well, I was saying earlier.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're a fine girl. Nobody got it. You weren't here to laugh, Howard.
I'm sorry. I was in a car listening to jazz music trying to put my kids to sleep.
Left me hanging.
Just take 5.
Or eat the candy bar.
Yeah.
Don't mind me. I'm just opening a box over here.
Box of what?
Well, I got in. Privateer Press has been selling off a bunch of their old models, so I bought some. But here's the thing: I get an email, and they've done this to me a couple of times with some of the discontinued, where they're like, "Oh, we're sorry, we're out of number 7,354. We've refunded you." But I don't know what product was SKU 7,354, so I don't really know what's in the box. I don't know what I got and what was refunded. So we'll see what I got.
Congratulations, you got a box of refunds. You got nothing.
Well, no, I got some things. I got some. Hey, for those who know War Machine Hordes, I got some Pharaoh Brigands.
Minions.
Yeah, that's from the Minions faction. Not the ones that chase bananas.
I was going to say, do you think they have to pay their royalties to Illumination for that?
Got the
Illumination!
Argus Moonhound.
The Horde.
Also got the Winter Argus. So the winter version of the other one. I think that's the Infernal. It didn't come with a name, just a package. Interesting. And a couple of the Ripjaw Bone Jacks. Those are fun.
What now? Do you have to pay extra for that or what?
Yeah.
Whoa.
That sounds like an excellent IPA name.
Oh, I also got for Monster
Extra
Pocket
plain.
the Zorax monster. So, fun stuff there. What I didn't get, and I was so close because I just made up a number when I gave you. It was actually 7,000 or 75,014. It was the model of Victor Pendrake, which not really a huge loss. So
the Jets just scored, breaking the stalemate at 0 between the Jets and the Kraken.
I'm not going to lie. I've consumed enough alcohol. When you guys keep saying Jets, I forgot that there was a team called the Winnipeg Jets, and I kept thinking of the New York Jets football team.
Man,
And I knew that wasn't right, but that's the best my mind could do.
Behind.
Listen,
The extra point on the missed field goal try that they missed on the ground rule double, and it was worth 1 point in the overall scheme of things.
well, clearly,
Half off
They didn't hit
penalty.
the triple 20 for their 180 try on the dartboard. So.
Because it was like a false start, so they got a half off. And they're
First down.
The thing that we now need to remember is that when the next time that the Avs lose to the Winnipeg Jets, all it's going to take is 2 shots, 1 cerveza, and 1 IPA, and Howard will forget that the Winnipeg Jets ever existed, and therefore the Avalanche actually win.
That sounds like the remix of 1 bourbon, 1 scotch, and 1 beer.
It's kind of like that.
I wish that would have happened when I saw the Avs play the Jets in Winnipeg, because they lost like 6-2 that night. I felt like a jamoke sitting second row.
Speaking of jamokes, what do you think about the Blackhawks fan that wears the Ed Belfour jersey to the Avs versus
Wild game?
The Avs versus Wild.
I think that was an astute classic, and that was already 12 freaking years ago.
Oh, God.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
I wish Howard could have been along for that ride, because that would have added.
There are so many weird stares coming our ways.
We know why you're here.
You're like,
but
yeah,
why are you here?
This clown's rooting for the opposing team, but we got a Belfour fan right here, and we're like, what's he doing?
Why are you wearing a Blackhawks jersey? Blackhawks aren't even here tonight.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of hockey. You're in the wrong building, because hockey's not cool here.
There's a couple of Wild fans at work, and I like to call them. They call Minnesota the state of hockey, and I call them in the delusional state of hockey, or the so-called state of hockey, because they've had 2 NHL teams.
Mm-hmm. And how many cups? 0.
They're still searching, but
maybe it's at the bottom of one of the
Lake Superior,
Lake of the Woods. Howard's thinking. He's got the thinking look.
Listen, I don't know that I can agree that they have no cups, because clearly they have to drink their sorrows from not having ever won Lord Stanley's Cup. So clearly they've got some cups.
Bunch of alcoholics in their beverage cups. So Lord Stanley's laughing at him.
Wisconsin doesn't have a hockey team besides the Milwaukee Admirals. So, but yeah, I mean they definitely produce one of the best groups of hockey players out there. So I can't fault them for that.
The people from Minnesota love hockey, and then they go elsewhere to actually win Stanley Cups.
Yeah.
Oh, shots fired. Yeah, I know. Pardon me. Excuse me. You've already been spit on tonight. I didn't mean to assault you. Sorry.
That poor microphone is suffering more abuse than the Minnesota Wild fans that we're ticking off right now.
No, I mean, let's be honest. They've been losing for 20 years, so they're used to it.
At least the Dallas Stars do have a cup.
Yeah, the Dallas Stars. The best thing that happened to them is they left Minnesota because they won.
I mean,
they're winning right now, 5-1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the third period. I was afraid that we were going to be wrong, and they set a goal.
My second favorite NHL goal horn is the Dallas Stars from the American Airlines Arena. So
is that a train horn or?
We'll have to play it.
American Truck Simulator horn.
You know, I'm surprised.
Tie-in.
I'm surprised no arena has gone with what would have be a very good bit, because you only play the horn when your team scores. They should get a visitor team horn, but it's like that from like a Volkswagen Beetle. It's like when the visitors score, it's just a little beep beep, and that's it.
What a 2009 Hyundai Elantra.
Well, that was a play of plays. He snaps the stick on the shot. He makes the save. He gets tripped. He bowls over the goalie in the net. And there wasn't a penalty call.
Apparently not.
Wow.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
There he is.
See. The graphics guy's a little slow.
Root broadcasting just sucks at hockey broadcasts, apparently. Oh, there's Mark Scheifele for tripping. 2-minute minor.
Surprised they got that call right.
Freaking Scheifele. I mean, you should, out of anybody here. Howard, he's Howard the ref, right? So he should get it right. And if he gets it wrong, then Civ.
So your fault.
I'm trying to send Kidder something, but
Oh, boy.
Meta is not agreeing with me.
Ducks, power play goal.
Quacking it up.
5-2 now. Do you ever get Civ chance? Because you are the lazy goalie.
We don't get people.
You don't get people to watch. Okay.
Like, honestly, there's
Nobody watches,
there's
so
one
nobody
guy
can
that
chant.
when he does show up, his father-in-law, who's a big hockey fan, does like to show up. So we call him the honorary coach.
Mm.
So I always like to joke with him when after he's done chatting with his dad, coming into the locker room, like, what'd coach have to say? And so but yeah, it's something that we're made up of a team that comprises of a lot of first responders, firefighters.
Of course, they have time to play hockey.
Let's see, an air traffic controller, and
That was a firefighter joke.
a couple of doctors. So
Because they weren't sleeping or making spaghetti or washing their truck. They have time to play hockey.
So yeah, it's a group of civil servants that we just have our good time playing hockey, and whoever's there is there, and I always have a good time playing.
So two things. One, Keeter, I sent you a video. I really want you and Lazy Goalie's reaction to it, and if that's legal. And two, clearly we need to both go down to Des Moines sometime to be like the only fans at Kyle's Beer League games so that we can start to cheering and drink a lot.
Honestly, yeah, honestly,
That'd be hilarious.
They always admonish us before the season.
Let's go, Kyle! Let's go, Kyle! Let's go, Kyle!
Do not bring in outside alcohol or anything.
We can get lit before the game. We don't have to bring it with us
There's
in our bodies.
Well, of course, but there's.
Triple B live from the rink.
Yeah.
I think that would be a good time because Bucks Arena, especially, I think you would enjoy that old barn that barely passes health code to host a sporting event.
Oh, great.
I believe it was built in the 70s. It's survived derechos, thunderstorms, windstorms,
hail, apocalypse.
But yeah,
somehow it's still standing.
But yeah, Bucks Arena is. Let's take a look at the.
We got our video.
The video.
Yeah. I will preface this is out of Russia.
So you're asking, is this legal?
Is this legal? I want a reaction
for
to this.
like North American or USA.
Well, in
standards?
Soviet Russia,
in hockey in general. I'm especially excited for Kyle's reaction to this.
Okay.
It's a penalty shot.
All right.
So got the video here. Let's pull this up if it actually works. What?
Oh man!
No way! No way! There it is again. Whoop! He just yeets it into the goal. What?
Yeah. For the audio listeners, it's the guy gets the puck up on his stick and then javelin throws it past the stick and the puck past the goalie into the upper right-hand corner of the net. Is that legal? I don't know. You don't see the ref in it go, yeah, that's a goal. But I was very curious on that one.
Well, given the location it was in and my own safety on the internet, if that was done in Russia and if that was the supreme leader of Russia that scored that goal, I give him props because that's a legal goal. But I mean, if you're to take the USA Hockey interpretation of a penalty shot rule and say, was the puck in continual forward motion or being stick handled with forward momentum and motion from the player? Yes.
Whoa. Whoa.
The whole aspect of throwing a stick to score a goal.
He yeeted that sumbitch. Just yeet.
I do believe that there is some foreign substance on that stick that allowed the puck to stay adhered to the stick.
Gravity?
No, if you were to throw a puck and a stick, Isaac Newton would say that
Newton says no.
There's something fishy going on here. So, I do not believe you're allowed to throw a stick or score a goal in that fashion. So,
but this is Soviet Russia. No, wait, non-Soviet, but Soviet Russia.
The other best part, if you watch after he yeets it, the player skates off like, yeah, I did that. I don't care. You know, there's no celebrating. It's very much a, yep. That's how I take penalty shots.
I did this. It happened.
It felt like one of those all-star game skill competition videos that.
Where Howard the ref is like,
I would say if
I'll
that was
allow
an
it.
official competition, there'd be no chance
In hell?
in Russia that would score an official goal.
You got no chance. No chance in hell. You got no chance.
So
Sorry, that probably isn't like the most socially
all
acceptable thing right now.
all things considered, my answer is no.
Not accepted.
No.
All right.
It's all right. I'm just glad we got a reaction out of it. That
What does Howard the ref have to say? Because he's the official on the referee officiating.
Did he make a
officiating.
hockey play?
What do you say?
listen.
Have a
Howard the
shot and then tell us.
Howard the ref only officiates this show nowadays. He's retired from all of your officiating.
Boo, boo. Technical penalty right there.
Plus, the jersey is like 2 floors up, and I'm not going to go get it. So
Teed up.
Yeah, he's getting teed up. That's correct. Technical penalty.
because I'm pretty sure if I make it up the stairs, I'm not going to make it back down.
So how about this? Do us one favor. Point to the teepee behind you and then tell us you're officiating official, because that's got stripes. There it is. He's pointing. Okay, give us your rating. Point and tell us.
Now I got to say something so people can see that I'm actually pointing to it. Mm-hmm. Listen. There's a reason I ask Kyle these hockey questions, because I am not going to be able to officiate hockey better than Kyle.
I mean, USA Hockey is the rule set that I've always played under, and they've adapted and sort of adopted most of the NHL rule sets, but we still allow line changes after an icing. We don't penalize that. So it's more of an amateur adoption of NHL or professional rule sets. So yeah, I mean, it's something that it could vary league to league, country to country, or whatever.
Wide open in Russia.
Yeah, I mean,
Apparently.
you could have some grizzly bear that skates down the ice and does the same thing, and they'd say, "That's good legal goal to me."
This good goal. Bear score. Yeah. What are you looking for? What are you doing?
So when I emptied that box of miniatures, I just threw them on the floor here. But I have a perfectly good box of other miniatures sitting right here, so I'm just transferring them from point A to point B. That's what's happening.
He picks it up over here. He shows it here, and he puts it down over there.
Listen, I've clearly been drinking.
Yeah, he does that to me. He's like, listen. I'm like,
I-
I've been listening the whole time.
I love that.
What am I supposed to listen to right now that I haven't been listening to?
Listen.
I'm already listening. I can't
listen here, YouTube.
listen here, brother. I can't listen any harder. I'm already listening.
You know, it's just the fact that I'm a parent and I spend most of my day telling kids, "Hey, listen to what I'm telling you." You know, it just
That's right.
spills over into the rest of my life.
So your final verdict on
Yeah.
legal
What's our the refs
goal or no
statement?
You know, listen, in the United States, not legal. In Russia, all things legal.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
This does not go against Soviet Russia. We allow it.
Which now, Kira, I kind of want a T-shirt that says "legal in Russia" with like the silhouette of a hockey player jabbling.
Or you could have the Andrew Shaw headbutt goal from the Chicago Blackhawks back in the day. They disallowed that after much consternation.
Disallowed. Well, we can't have that. We got to have things that are allowed.
You can't intentionally headbutt a puck into the net, even though he successfully did so.
Intentionally headbutt it.
See, what do you
Well,
need?
what if he said he didn't intentionally? Like, I was already moving my head in that direction.
If he did just a quick search for that and seeing the clips and even the reaction of the ref and everybody else and saying, like, I think the ref said to Andrew Shaw, I was like, I don't think you can do that. And going to the battle station review booth, iPad.
So that brings up the question.
Yeah.
Okay, if Kidder and I are skating on the same team, and I intentionally target Kidder's head and ricochet it off his helmet into the net,
Tink.
is that
If
a
he does
goal?
not make a motion to deflect the puck into the net, if it's a happenstance, just coincidence, then yes, it would
I
be a
get
good
the goal. I get the goal,
Yeah.
not you. Not Howard. I get the goal.
He shot the puck, it went off of you.
So
You
I
get
touched
credit
it. I
for
get
the
the
goal. Yeah.
yes. Yes, I get the goal. Yes.
And probably a concussion. You know, today it's
Whatever, it's helmet.
It was a precise wrist shot, not a clapper.
Just don't hit me in the face. The moneymaker for this show.
there's a group out there. They've done a couple of these like skit videos of I know I've seen it with soccer and I've seen it with volleyball, where they have a guy who just like the soccer one is the guy's playing the goalie and the other team every time they shoot at the goal it just nails him right in the face, you know, to the point of like the soccer one after like he's taking like 3 or 4, he's like laying on the ground and it still hits him in the face. They take in his like they're like, oh, penalty shot, and so like his teammates put a chair out in the middle of the goal and set him in the goal, and he's just sitting there, you know, just hardly there, and it still hits him, knocks him over. I don't know if either of you have seen that. It's a good. I don't know what to tell you to search for to find it, but it's a pretty funny video.
We were just looking at Andre Burakovsky getting hit, check from behind by the Winnipeg Jets, and no penalty. Notice that? No penalty being called on that former Colorado Avalanche player, Andre Burakovsky. No penalty.
Legal in Seattle.
Jets up 2-0 over the Kraken. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Howard, you had good roads driving back.
Yeah. A little bit of what looked like ice right outside of Castleton, but after you got past that, it was smooth sailing. So
for me, once I hit just north of Sioux City, Iowa, a little bit of drizzle, a little bit of rain, a bit of hard rain, a little bit of blow, all the way to Des Moines. And I'm rolling over the speed limit, cruising through traffic, weaving in and out of people, and everybody else is going like 50, like, we're gonna die. And I'm blowing along. I'm like, it's 45 degrees. Roads are fine.
Oh, yeah.
No problem.
Plenty warm.
Cruising. Straight up rain. And I will take November rain. I'll take March rain any day, any time over the 4-letter S word.
Poop.
Yeah, poop. Poof.
yeah, no, roads were fine. Roads
That's a
were,
Modern Warfare reference. The Modern Warfare from 2019. Is that when the new one came out? 19, 20?
Ever since we played.
Modern Warfare 3 is like the pinnacle of our gaming, but Modern Warfare, whenever that came out.
Ever since they went with the 100+ gig updates, it's been downhill.
Mhm.
So for this guy, lazy goalie, he comes into the game, and of course you're standing there, and you can move.
You
You can look
while the game's loading.
while you're loading. You got before even the 10-second countdown. You
can see other people loading into the game and swiveling around and painting objects. And
Howard is not amused. So you can get your spray paint, and you can look down at the floor or the ground or the objects next to you, and because you hit the D-pad one direction or the other, and it'll spray paint one of your preset spray paint patterns. And he had one that's supposed to say poof.
Yeah.
Like poof. But it looked like poop.
Yeah, it'd always be like
With a P. It's like poop.
Mhm.
Just every time.
Yeah,
Poop.
Yeah.
All right. Howard's into. Oh, there he goes. There goes the goalie.
Mhm.
Pull the old goalie. There he goes.
Correct.
Cracking her empty net with 1:25 left.
I like how I said,
Top Central Division.
like I'm watching, even though I can't see what you guys are watching.
Oh. No,
And neither of you
tied
guys
with
caught
the
it.
Avalanche. Look at that crap. Dallas broadcast saying they're on top, but they're tied for the Avs. Oh, he's laughing. He's laughing. I can't see what you're watching, but I'm throwing comments in the peanut gallery.
well, no, it's funny because you didn't even catch this said it. But
No, I didn't.
you're like, oh, there goes the goalie. I'm like, yep. Like I could actually see what you were saying. I then even went on to explain that, and you guys didn't hear it and get up to talking about what you guys are watching.
Yep. Sorry. I'm
When you-
alcohol deaf.
I was listening to you and watching the game at the same time.
Alcohol deaf over here. The Jets up 3-0 over the Kraken. So clearly the Kraken have been not released tonight. And Howard was sending his video here.
That's more for after the show, but
Yep, too late. No one can beat this guy. Off the face. This guy's dead. He took a headshot
It keeps going.
I just love that they had the right camera angle on that guy
Don't
and were able to replay and just
look at him.
Oh,
Look at him. He's just dead. And dunk. Boom, headshot. Headshot.
Man.
Boom.
What is amazing about men's volleyball about how much false
Look at this guy.
or misleading
He's on the ground and he still gets smoked.
misleading.
Dude gets blasted.
He's still dead.
How did he stand up? He's got a concussion for 2 weeks. Okay.
Yeah.
Ah. Woo.
There. Glad I could bring some humor to you.
How much misleading motion there is in volleyball. Like you can have 2 or 3 people kind of lining up for a swing, and then it's like a person over there that actually hits the ball over the net. So
It's amazing. There's a video out there, and a future Howard can find it again to put it in. It's actually from a women's volleyball. The gal actually like goes over a table, like she runs off the court, goes over a table to save the play.
yeah,
You know, and it's just like you're like, and you see her later, like because like this, you know, the volley continues. So all of a sudden she comes back, and you're like, dude, she went through a table. She's back on the court still. It's pretty impressive. You know, it's not the volleyball we played in gym. That's for sure.
I missed that. It was 6-2 now.
mm-hmm.
I missed the goal by Dallas. They're up another one.
But it reminds me of the attack versus defense style of table tennis that you see, that there's guys that will be so deceptive on their serve, and then a guy will just get into a certain rhythm of wanting to attack and just put a guy out of position, but then you're able to just spin the ball just right, or he thinks he's got you out of position and you're just like dink, and just enough backspin and he's way back anticipating something that's not coming his way, and you just go a little backspin and it just barely drops right over the net and, bloop, and bounces twice, and you're like,
Yeah. We in gym up here in Bismarck, we played a game called Eclipse Ball, which is like one part volleyball, but also like one part badminton.
Mm-hmm.
And Kidder and I tended to play on the same team when we could, and I have very clear memories of like Kidder like running like halfway across the gym to return a serve, knocking it all the way back, and then me at the net just going and doink.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
We were one of the ultimate teams when it came to that.
Yeah.
Because we would go the extra mile and then beat the crap out of the opponents.
and the sad thing was like we were usually like the only 2 tryhards on the team, and it's not even like that we cared that much. It was just almost more ridiculous to do some of these. Like I kid you not, Kidder like 3 courts down because the ball bounced and he chased it all the way down and just yes.
I don't care.
The only 2 are working up a sweat.
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
let's be honest. Even 20 years ago, running across the court, as in like the court we were playing in, I had a sweat going.
Yeah.
Running down the opposing length, I had a sweat going.
Yeah.
Right now, walking up the set of stairs, I got a sweat going.
Talking on this podcast, I got a sweat going.
And gents, on that kind of revelation that we're getting old and out of shape, we've been talking for quite a while.
We're going to Smashburger.
No. Hey, you know what? They served us a pretty raw burger when we ate there for lunch on Wednesday.
You went to Smashburger and you didn't tell me?
Oh my gosh.
Yes. It's one of my wife's favorite places to eat in Fargo because, again, they do very well with gluten-free.
Smashburgers in Fargo?
There's a Smashburger in Fargo.
There's a Smashburger in Fargo?
Yeah.
Who'd have
It's
thought?
right over by Shields in Cadoma.
What?
Yeah.
What?
But, yeah, they
You
serve...
don't need to get this in Fargo.
This
You can
frickin'
go to
thing.
Smashburger
Freaking
now.
Smashburger in friggin' Fargo. If Howard had disclosed this information a year ago or 2 years ago, how many years has it been there?
Like, I don't know, like 5 or 6.
5 or 6 years ago.
Been there a while.
By God, Howard keeping crap from us.
I didn't know you didn't know. Listen, if there's a restaurant open, who's more likely to know about it? You or me?
Apparently Howard.
That guy.
Apparently
That guy.
Howard. Because he's one
He's
up
got
on
the
me on Fargo.
secrets.
Anyway, yes, they served my daughter like a burger that was like very pink in the middle. My wife had to send it back because
That
it's like,
sounds delicious, and I want it right now.
So
listen, if it was mine,
well,
done, but,
about
you
it,
know-
he's getting a bleeding rare burger.
Give me my burger.
yeah, for a 2-year-old, not acceptable. And anyway, it's fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
as far as anybody else, you can just go buy a pound of 80/20 ground beef at the store.
Move
Well,
over.
what is it, about $4 a pound now? Whatever it is. Well, you probably still pay
About
less than
$3.50.
Smashburger.
But Tree Vinny.
Yeah. And on that weirdly economic lesson, and now a second time of me doing this transition, get her! We've been talking for
There is
quite a
one in
while.
South Fargo. What the crap?
It's
I was trying to
definitely
smash the
wrapped-
episode here, and you're preventing him from doing so.
How did we not know this?
with cheap plugs that are not for Smashburger.
No burger cheap, undercooked plugs.
We all now know where Kidder's eating lunch on his way home from Des Moines.
Outback. Duh. Duh. All right. Hey, Rudeboy, did you know we have a website?
I think I do.
Oh, well, let me.
But why don't you tell me about it?
Of course, it's beerbluesbs.com.
Mhm.
Your dad, who's also in town,
Yeah,
he's going to visit it. beerbluesbs.com.
that's right.
Yeah. We also have a subscription available. Did you know that at least $1 a month, as little as $1 a month, you can subscribe to Beer Blues BS?
I know it's not that much.
$1 helps to help stave
It's
off
not even
a
one.
starving podcast host.
Not even one smash burger a month.
No, it's not, because a smash burger is like $10. So think of 10 smash burgers that you can get for $1 per month per person. I think it equals out.
Yeah, that math's right.
It's square root of 32 and minus 12 plus 83. It works. It works. What is he laughing
No,
at?
we're-
He's
we're
got his algebra and
You're talking undercooked square roots.
it could be what Wendy's versus Smashburger.
Well, don't even go on the Wendy's bit because we're never going to finish this episode if we start on the Wendy's bit. That's another one. We might
Okay.
have to record a special segment for about Wendy's.
Surge pricing does not apply
All right.
at the Triple B.
We're
$1
not leveraging our prime
equals
pricing
$1.
because you can press that subscribe button at any time,
Smash it.
and hit the like
Smash
button at any time, and it helps.
Yes,
These two
helps. No, it helps
excellent
you too.
gentlemen out.
Helps you too.
It does. It
Keeps
helps
us
buy
going.
these excellent jalapeno.
No,
beef
it
sticks
doesn't
and
help that. I
and
didn't
the-
buy
and
that.
The good brewskis and the good drinks.
You bought that. I didn't
Yes.
buy that.
Yes.
But
Yeah. Tell them about
yeah.
tell them about your podcast that you can press the like button.
Well, it's about $170 per user per year
Mhm.
for just Google.
Damn.
And we have you, we have me, we have him, and Nico.
Mm-hmm.
So you do the math, that's over $400 per year. Just for that. And the domain. And then we got Podbean every month. We're trying to get to the people.
Too much fiber.
If we had more fiber, maybe we'd get somewhere for free. I don't know. But this is our plea. If you've made it this far in the video or the audio, I'm sorry, but please send us your money because we need it to keep going.
Couple of bucks here or there.
Like $2 is better than zero.
It goes far.
Even he donated. He's forever eternalized, immortalized, and emphasized in the video. On our live streams, you see him at the bottom of the screen. LZ Goalie 35. That's Rudeboy Kyle. So ultimately, we're talking about streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs. Streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs. Minimum $1 a month. Please subscribe. Please help us out. $25, $50, $100. There was a dance related. It was like $25, $50, $75, $1, something like that. It's apparently popular on cruise ships. At least 10 years ago. Brother Nico would know, and I'm sad he's not here tonight because we were at that wedding dance together, and there were people in charge of said wedding dance to get people energized to dance, who said it was popular on cruise ships for said dances, and I use the quotes because we didn't believe it either. But you can donate and help us because we help you stay entertained at streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs. We got pint glasses, shirts, t-shirts, shower curtains, much more. Help us. You can buy the merch. You can subscribe. Bam! Helps us help you. Plus, you can even buy us a beer or buy us around. Rudeboy Kyle gets a drink. I get a drink. Howard gets a drink. And that's what we like. Having a couple tasty beverages.
And we'll shout you out.
Yeah, right here at the bottom of the screen. Check that out. The place where you can have your message. I mean, even if it's like, you guys suck and you should quit. Maybe. Maybe.
We'll take that message and poop it out.
We're not going to quit because we're too dumb to quit. Hey, the Anaheim Sucks just lost 6-2
Welcome to the club.
against the Dallas Stars. So Rudeboy's going to close out of that and get that out of here. Just like us. Wiping it off. We're done with another night. Sorry, I broke Rudeboy. Blackhawks play tomorrow. Don't care because they're that bad this year.
They play when the NHL says they play. That's how good they are.
He's like, shut up. We already lost the Avs twice in a row last week.
It's how the mighty have fallen.
Well, it could be worse. Could be worse. You could be dead last.
I mean, I grew up with this, so
I grew up with this.
I know the feeling. The '90s Blackhawks absolutely blew chunks. So, if you were to call it rebuilding, I still wouldn't believe you. But
I was gonna try and pull it up, but I can't.
You digress in your signature sign off.
Oh, is it that time?
Well, I mean,
final thoughts. I think we already know your final thoughts.
Well, we've tried scraping at a couple of scabs that I mean, how he can't believe we're going on this sign off for
yeah, he knows.
Those are for another episode or a special segment that
next week.
It could be. That's good.
Looking
content
forward
for
to
next
it.
week. Because I'm gonna be around. We've got spring break off, and it's gonna be a good, relaxing time off from work, and I will put it down on paper and fist to fist right now.
there.
I'll be here next week. So
He's gonna fist the scores. He's ready to go. Howard,
better watch out.
watch yourself, or else you're gonna get fisted too. Calm down, okay? Calm down.
Yeah, I actually have a final thought, and it's a good one. For those of you out there who have kids, every now and then you will find that the way that they leave their toys leads to a little bit of humor. Tonight, as we were making our way back, I opened the car door on my daughter's side of the car to find.
Driving?
Well, this is while we were getting out somewhere. But anyway, to find she has an Elmo doll that sits there with its mouth open, but it was laying there amongst a pile of juice boxes as if Elmo had one too many and was passed out. And so my final thought, in the spirit of Elmo, hey, if you know, you know.
Another shot, and we missed it. It was on the record. It was on us the whole time, and so we missed you taking the shot.
You know what? We
didn't see it. You got to take another one.
No, I'm not going to. And good luck, local geek, in figuring out. You're going to have to try and figure out, because, if you know, you know what I had tonight. Sorry, I'm a little bit trolly tonight.
Dick move to local geek, throwing him under the bus. And I was praising local geek for like an hour earlier today.
Yeah. We brought out the encyclopedia of drinks
got the whole sheet there, throwing it like, check this out. It's all on the spreadsheet.
He'll be knocking at your door in no time.
Local geek's gonna come for retribution
or whatever. Because even though we don't have it recorded for the interwebs, we do have two witnesses to something you put down your gullet there. So
yeah. And we should wrap this up so I can make it upstairs before that one.
You gotta put her in 4x or what?
Well, listen, I know that once I stand up, this will all have hit me a lot harder than I was expecting, and I'm gonna be like,
you got that sangria kick.
I got at least 3 flights of stairs that I got to go up to make it to my bed. So
if you take one at a time, it's a lot easier.
Call the elevator, please.
Just might text my wife, sleeping in teepee tonight. See you in the morning.
Scoot back in reverse up the stairs.
Yeah, he's gonna have the boots scooting boogie all the way up the steps. Mm-hmm. All right. So for Howard Blues all the way back at home, for Rudeboy Kyle right here in the Des Moines area, I am the man, the myth, the legend, Mark Getter. I am definitely more than that, full of whiskey tonight and a beer and more. So what? Thanks, Rude Boy. Appreciate you joining me. What?
Good having you.
I'm glad to be here, alive, loud, and on location yet again in the DSM. Nice breath of fresh air. That's your reminder to keep breathing, because that's important. Remember to keep your glass at least half full. There's free beer tomorrow. And, yes, we will catch you on that old, wet, moist Tuscan highway, as it is all up in here. Have a good one, and we will see you down the road on the next episode of Beer, Blues, and BS.
You have been listening to a UA production of Beer, Blues, and BS. If you enjoyed the show, help others find out about it by rating the show or leaving a review at your podcast listening service of choice. Thanks for listening, and may your glass never be empty. UA Productions presents A Glimpse Behind the Curtain. That one's going to be fun. I especially look forward to making a short about the whole Smashburger thing. That's funny.
Oh, gosh. I just saw the whole burger divergence, and I was like, okay, we were just going off on Five Guys earlier, and then we were talking about Wendy's earlier, and I was like, oh, here we go.
The amount of meat in this episode is too damn high.
I was going to bring it up earlier.
Where's
but,
the beef?
It's all right. It'll be good. It'll be a good episode.
We've got some hot topics for the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's because I actually got sleep this morning. That I'm in a state of decency.
I mean, it's amazing. I mean, maybe we just need to do the Brotherhood of the Traveling Podcast, and
I don't know.
Come on.
I think.
Oh, that'd go over well.
I think part of it is my frustration that I was on vacation and never had an opportunity to drink a beer the entire time. Like when we like when we did Red Robin, we decided to do it back in our hotel room. So I was like, wow, okay, there's a missed chance. So I didn't drink like this entire vacation. So I think I was just
the endless whatever the hell it was. They had like endless fries or whatever the it was.
Yeah,
it'd feel worse after endless fries.
I mean, yes, you would feel worse, but
part of it is that because we were so busy on that day, my daughter didn't get a nap and she was losing her and so you're just like, let's go back to the hotel where she can maybe rest a bit.
You want me to lose my too?
I don't lose my
so yeah, but I was like, when my wife's like, let's just get it to go. Like, oh, I don't get a beer with dinner. So yeah, yes, say.
Well, I'll tell you, my
Altoona.
Altoona is just west of here.
Just
but,
outside.
My sister and brother-in-law, Joe and Dana, they've gotten into the NA stuff over the past year and a half or so, and some of it is okay, and some of it's kind of weird, and it's like you're missing the alcohol kind of sentiment. But I tried the Corona today, the Corona NA, and it I don't know if you're a fan of Corona or not, but it's something that it still gives you the flavor, and you're still paying beer prices, but it's still something that if
it's
you
the
have
beer without the alcohol, basically.
Not an alcoholic.
For you, did it taste like a Corona, or did it taste skunky or different?
Corona to me is inherently skunky unless you put some lime juice in it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's tough for me to say. I'm like, well, that still definitely tastes like a Corona, but there's some local breweries that distribute through the local Hy-Vee. Like the beer itself is, you still get the full flavor out of it, but there's zero alcohol to it. So,
what do you think, Howard?
Plus, there's also things called hop waters. It's essentially.
Oh, do you have one of those cans?
It's probably down in the front, but it's something that the local brewery is called Confluence Brewery, and they've they've made a hop water. It's it's not seltzer like, but it's got the hop flavors, 0 carbs, 0 calories, 0 sugar, but you're getting carbonated hop
Zero
water.
enjoyment.
I'm not gonna lie, because you asked my thought, my opinion. I was too busy thinking about my intro that I have to record after the show, because I always record the intro to the show afterwards.
Yeah.
And because of all the alcohol I've drank, I have no idea what you said.
No, go
I totally.
Holy shit.
This
I was like, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna do this. This will be great. And then it's like
Glaze over right there. He's like,
and also I tuned back in for
blah, 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 intro.
I will say congratulations to future Howard and enjoy the editing process.
For sake.
The biggest challenge the future Howard is going to have is what goes behind the curtain. Because we had some good stuff before the show. We definitely have some good stuff after the show.
Yeah.
What's he going to choose? I don't know.
Just add it all into the middle of the show except for the behind the curtain because nobody's going to give a shit anyway.
He's going to mix one regular Corona with one.
You got a Corona, and then you got a half a Corona.
And then the editing process.
It's like you can have 2 of those because it's one beer. It's like a division and a multiplication canceling each other out.
Dividing by 0.
Square root 0 and bam, you got 6.